Sarah felt an undeniable change. It was subtle at first, a whisper of something new, something extraordinary. A new life was growing within her. The realization brought a smile to her face, a smile that reached her eyes and warmed her heart. The early signs were clear: a gentle nausea, a profound tiredness. These were the markers of a journey just beginning, but also an incredible joy. A joy that overshadowed the discomfort, filling her with hope and anticipation. She had longed for this, dreamed of it, imagined every detail of the tiny clothes, the soft blankets, the first smile, a child, a family. The dreams were now becoming a reality, a beautiful reality that she and Mark had envisioned together. The positive test was just the beginning. It was the first step on a path filled with wonder and discovery. Her body was preparing for something truly miraculous. Her first doctor's visit. More tests, more confirmations. Dr. Evans smiled. "Everything looks perfect, Sarah." The words were a balm to her anxious heart. She saw the tiny flicker on the screen, a moment that made everything feel so real, so tangible. A heartbeat, so strong, so real. It was the sound of life, a rhythm that echoed in her soul. This was not a dream. It was the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with love and promise. She and her partner Mark held hands. Their bond grew stronger with each passing moment, united by the life they had created. Tears welled in their eyes, tears of joy, of hope, of a future that was now within their grasp. The future stretched before them, a future filled with endless possibilities, dreams, and the promise of new life. It was an ordinary Tuesday night, or so it began. Sarah felt tired. The baby was active, gentle flutters. She smiled, kissed Mark goodnight, drifted off to sleep. The room was dimly lit, the soft glow of the nightlight casting shadows on the walls. She felt a sense of peace, unaware of what was to come. The house was quiet, the world outside still. The neighborhood was wrapped in a blanket of silence. But then something changed, a shift in the atmosphere. The air grew heavy, almost electric. A feeling, prickling. Goosebumps rose on her skin, unsettling. She stirred, not fully awake, not fully asleep. Her mind was caught between dreams and reality, trapped in a strange limbo. A place where time seemed to stand still, a light, so bright, piercing through her eyelids. It filled the room. It was unlike any light she had ever seen, but it wasn't earthly light. It had an otherworldly quality. It was cold, clinical. Then came the sound, a low hum, vibrating through her bones. Fear gripped her heart as she realized this was no ordinary night. Sarah's hand flew to her belly, the familiar roundness, gone, vanished. It was flat, as if the past months had never happened. Panic, raw, unadulterated panic. She scrambled out of bed, stared at her reflection. No, it couldn't be. Mark woke to her screams, disbelief etched on his face. Then, dawning horror, the dream, the light, the figures. It wasn't a dream. They rushed to the hospital, frantic, desperate, trying to explain the unexplainable. The emergency room staff listened. Theories began to circulate. Wild, unsettling. But what other kind could fit these facts? Alien abduction. It's a recurring theme in human history. Ancient myths, modern accounts, beings from other worlds, taking humans. For what purpose? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest experiments, genetic harvesting, the creation of hybrid beings. Could Sarah's baby have been part of such an agenda? A precious cargo? Taken? Or could there be a medical explanation, so rare, so undocumented, that it appears supernatural? Cryptic pregnancies, vanishing twin syndrome, but an entire advanced pregnancy, disappearing overnight, without a trace? The emotional devastation for Sarah was immense. Grief, a profound aching loss. It was a pain that seemed to have no end, a sorrow that consumed her every waking moment. For a child she had loved deeply, a child she had never met, but had already formed a bond with, carried, dreamed of. But also confusion. The dreams of a future that would never come to be. Violation, her body, her life, invaded by something unknown, something terrifying. The fear was paralyzing, making it hard to breathe. How does one process such an event? How does one find the strength to move forward? An event that defies logic, that leaves one questioning everything they thought they knew, that shatters one's perception of reality. The world seemed different now, broken and unfamiliar. The world was no longer a safe, predictable place. Physical reminders lingered, a faint soreness, a constant reminder of what had happened, an emptiness that was more than just emotional. It was a void that seemed to swallow her whole. Did she have strange marks on her skin, marks that seemed to appear out of nowhere, or was her mind playing tricks? The line between reality and imagination blurred. The memories of that night, replaying, shifting, sometimes vivid, sometimes dreamlike. She felt watched, as if the night itself held secrets.